Hello Gemini. Now I've already shuffled your cards. This is the first one that popped out, right? And then I want a clarification to understand what it was concerning, and then this card comes out. I've also shuffled your crystal card, which we will reveal after. But let's start with where we are at right now. Now, first we got this card, and I clarified with this one, right? And it seems like some of you might be dealing with an inability to see the right path for where you want to go. And some of you could be depressed. Some of you could, right. Your vision is jaded, is what I heard right now. And what you're not seeing or realizing, and pretty much what you need to work on, is your internal world. Because you know that as long as you're spiritual, at least I should say most people who are spiritual, you should understand clearly how much having something like a blocked chakra or any kind of blockage, internal blockage, affects how you're able to see the world around you. Not just what you manifest, but your perspective on things, right? It can compromise how much, not just availability, accessibility, possibility. It can really limit your vision in terms of what resources and what avenues are available for you to take in terms of getting from point A to point B, where you are now to where you want to be, right? And I feel like you guys are very jaded right now in terms of that. And so, well, I think I pretty much answered that for you. You guys need to be balanced right now. So you need to search internally in terms of realigning your chakras. It could be that there are certain things that you've ignored in terms of blockages. Um, and I mean, okay, when I say in terms of the chakras, let me see if I can say it in the right way for you guys. Okay, let's take the chakras one by one, because I feel like this is what we need, right? Let's start with the first one, the root chakra. The root chakra is all about beliefs, foundations. It has a lot to do with the physical aspect of our world, reflecting inner our inner not just attitudes, but understanding of what things are and how they should be, right? Our outer world reflecting whatever we tell ourselves, pretty much. So I feel like, for starters, you might have to look into how you speak to yourself right now. Be very careful, be very nurturing, be gentle with yourself. Don't be harsh on yourself. Try to be more aware of what you're telling yourself in your mind when you're dealing with any kind of situation, right? Have that eye on yourself in terms of your reaction towards yourself, right? Is it rude? Is it harsh? Is it inconsiderate? Because the other day I was experiencing something with my mom, and I was like, why was she treating me that way? And it has been from my experience that I've known that however our parents treat us is very highly, what's the word, the relation between how they treat us and what we say in our mind towards ourselves and how we treat ourselves is one of the most there's a word for it, please come to me right now. Is it cohesiveness? Not cohesive, the correlation. There's another word for it they use in psychology, but the word isn't coming to me right now. Hopefully you guys can help me out. But basically, there's compared to a lot of your other connections, that connection we have with our parents is one of the closest, most intimate ones, because your parents are literally your inner world. Your father is what you do today, how you go about in terms of securing yourself, making sure that you can put food on your table. making sure that you're protected and guided, and how you react to you know, to situations, to make sure that, you know, you don't get in things that doesn't feel right. Your ability to react on your intuition and not get into things where your intuition is like, no, this doesn't feel right, no, this isn't right. Or your ability to take yourself from point A to point B in terms of fulfilling whatever goals or ideas or tasks you have set up for yourself. That's very masculine energy. That's your father energy. That's how it's supposed to protect you. Male energy, masculine energy, especially the father energy, is about protection, it's about guidance, it's about foundations, it's about providing for yourself, right? And depending on how you do that for yourself, that is a reflection of the kind of father you have, right? And if you don't resonate to your father at this point in time or anymore, it might be a way that that this resonance that you now have might be reflective of a way you used to treat yourself at some point in time, right? And it might have changed, because that's something that happened for me. Like, it started off with, you know, how I used to treat myself, and slowly it's getting closer to how I'm treating myself now, because things start spiritually and gradually it becomes more physical. And for some people, they might have to detach from their parents completely, and some people, their parents transform. It all depends on your soul contract and where you are at, to be honest, right? And for the mother aspect of you, it's about how you nurture yourself. It's about how you tell yourself, like when you're in any kind of conflict situation, how you react to yourself. Do you oppress yourself? Do you beat up yourself or make yourself feel guilty? Do you disregard how you feel, or you make fun of yourself, right? All that is your mother aspect. You know, how much time and energy you take to make sure that your needs are met in terms of your nutrient intake, how you take care of your skin, the effort you make to take care of your body on every single level, not just your body, your internal world, your energy. That's part of your mother aspect, right? And that's a reflection of, that's what affects what kind of mother you manifest or have manifested, right? And the same thing about, you know, what I explained with the father in terms of, you know, how they were at one point in time was how you were at one point in time. And that's why it's good. There's a like, basically, I used to watch tarot readings, and there's this card that used to come out and it would say your relationship improves as you forgive your parents. And I never really understood what it meant, because at that point in time I was going through so much and we weren't on the best terms, right? But now that I've gone through life and it has revealed to me the truth about what our parents really are, what has happened, and it's like you have no choice but to forgive them, because how they act is at one point how you treated yourself, and they only exist because of how we treated our own selves at some point, you know, right? So it's like, when you look at them, you're also looking at yourself and what you do to yourself, what you did to yourself. So how can you have a grudge against someone who was doing the same thing that you're doing to yourself? You get what I mean? Now, not telling anybody how to feel or what to do with their situation and so on. So that's just my knowledge. You take it for what it is and you do what you want with that information, okay? Right. So that's the root chakra. Then we have the sacral chakra. Look at your connections, right? Your connections, your sacral chakra, like I said, has to do with connection, attractions, manifestation, what we bring into our reality, and that has a huge impact. That has a huge correlation to our root chakra, because we only attract what we believe in, right? And so that's why I think that's why this color, I sure you can see the orange, the red, the orange, the red, and there's this essence of, this is where you are feeling now, and this is how you want to feel, or this is where you are at now, and this is where you want to be. And it's like, what I'm seeing is that, look at the elements, right? They both have soil, they both have access to water, they both have access to air, they both have access to land. The only difference is that this one has built a kingdom for himself. But the thing is that it's not because this guy here doesn't have what this guy has to create this. They have the same raw resources, the raw materials, right, to come to this point. Meaning that wherever you are right now, know that you have everything you need in terms of getting to that point. And don't worry, we'll get back to the chakras. Just, this is where the divine is guiding us right now. We will get to that, okay? But right, you have everything you need, but right now your vision is jaded. So I know that it's, it's me saying one thing and you feel another thing, and then you feel what you feel. And if I tell you you're okay and you feel like crap, and then you feel like crap, right? So now you need to focus on doing something that gets yourself out of this feeling of crap, right? Or whatever is confusing you. My personal remedy: do something that feeds my soul. If it's not like, doing internal work in terms of self reiki, because I'm a reiki healer, um or you use crystals, or you do binaural beats, like once you've done what you can do in terms of getting your energy in check, doing whatever. Daisy, sorry, my puppy, one moment. Sorry guys. My puppy, she just came. I dropped a whole bunch of old shoes for her in the balcony so she can chill. I told her, no, you cannot have the shoes in my room. It's not for you. She came and do her little cute thing by my toes, and then she took a shoe, she stole it, and she ran quickly. You don't see that as something else. She's a Pisces. She's so troublesome. Anyways, I'm so sorry that was so loud, because it's like she distracted me, had me feel like, oh, I'm here to be cute and nice, and then as soon as I turn my head, you grab my shoe and you run. And she knows that. She knows she's not supposed to do that. Anyways, sorry about that. Right, so where were we? Okay, so it's like, start off with your internal world. That's the basis, that's your foundation right now, to get you up, to change your energy. Another thing you can do, I can't remember, because I think I mentioned about doing something you enjoy just before my puppy came, but let me say it again, just in case I haven't, because it distracted me, and then, like, I don't even know if I said what I thought I was going to say. But anyway, right, so things I like to do, this is my 2 cents, you can take it if it resonates for you, right? um I do things that fill my soul after I've like done finished focusing on the internal work in terms of getting my energy in check, with crystals, binaural beats, um other things that focus on my chakras, singing bowls, what's it, qigong, forgive me, tai chi, there's qigong or qigong, I'm so sorry if I said wrong, don't take it personally. Taking walks in sunlight, walks in nature, salt baths, salt foot soaks or sea baths. Um, Anything else? Cats can be healing too if you spend time with them, but you shouldn't, like, abuse it, right? Did this slide? I can't. I feel like the camera slid a little bit. Anyway, right. So do whatever you can to get your energy in check. One, not to help you pull yourself out of this focus and energy. Incorporate something in your daily life, preferably as immediate as you possibly can, to get your energy and your vibe high. So for me, I love dancing, so I'll go on freestyle or something like that, get myself hyped. And it's good because movement, oh yeah, yoga is another good one. Movement is not just a thing you can do with furniture, with feng shui and stuff like that. It's also feng shui in your being. You get your energy moving, because when you're dancing, you're doing something active. That's you inhaling more oxygen, letting go more carbon dioxide, inhaling more good energy, good prana, letting go of more negative prana. Like that's good circulation, that's good that movement is what helps you get rid of stagnant, heavy, negative, low vibrational energy. And to be honest, at any point in my life that I felt down, just dancing and doing something that gets me active really helped that energy move. So try something that does that for you, anything that you can do to get yourself active in that way. It might be your thing, but like I said, take what resonates for you. You can go for a run, you can go for a jog, you can go sparring with somebody, right, to get you hyped that way. Do something artistic, something that makes your heart sing, right, to make you feel a bit more alive, right, to help elevate yourself, apart from what we said earlier. Okay, right. And now another thing I want to remind you of in terms of your sacral chakra is, apart from attracting whatever we are, and what pretty much predicts what we attract, remember that whatever energy we have in us, what I want to focus on, you need to remember that we attract what we focus on too. So if you're focusing on whatever is having you to feel down, And that is what you're going to attract more of, and that's not to scare you or have you worried. That's, the practical honest things for us to do, where we need to know and accept where we're at now so we can get to where we want to be right now. So good. In fact, don't feel worried right now. Like, I'm saying don't feel worried to, like, invalidate how you feel, but I'm just saying, like, where you're at right now. However, if you're feeling like this, know that you are fine. Like, it is amazing that you're even here reading this reading this reading listen to this reading, because acceptance of where we're at now is the best beginning point to healing anything, right? So that's good, right? And now what we want to do is change our focus, and that's why I like to highlight things that you enjoy doing. So try to make time and make effort to do that, to get yourself started off, so you can refocus your energy on good vibes, so you attract more good vibes, right? Because what I'm seeing here is that what you have is available to you. However, what you want is available to you, but it's like you're kind of bugged down by yourself right now, is what I'm feeling. um and it's making it hard for you to do the things that would make you get closer to that thing that you desire, right? And it has a lot to do with where your energy is at in many ways on all the chakra levels, because you see these knives, it's air energy, right? But it's in his spine. And what do we understand about our spine? Our spine is like the glue to all our other limbs. Like, without it, everything else will fall apart, right? And also simultaneously, that is where our chakras, our main chakras centers, are aligned up in the same way, right? From the bottom going up, right? In the center of us, right? So if you want to have a balanced life, we know that we need an internal, a balanced internal world too. So that's the first step. Step two, like I said, refocus. Now let's go to your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is about your confidence, your courage, your power, and what I like to say, it's like the security system of your body. This is longer than I thought it would be, but you guys need it, so here we are. The security system of your body, and it's all about like guiding us and telling us where we need to be, in terms of not going knowing what direction we shouldn't go to because it's not right for us, and what direction we should go to because it is good for us, in whatever variation that manifests to be for each one of us, right? Now, what I see here is you're someone who, you do know where you want to go, so it might not be like too much in terms of like, you know knowing that, like I said, but for you it's more about getting to it. Okay. um so trust yourself, trust your inner knowing is what I want to say in regards to that. If you're feeling like doubtful or fearful or like confused in terms of like, how do I even get there, like, would it even work, or maybe feeling scared or afraid, or like, um this feeling of, I'm getting this feeling of like just so many things going on, so much that's possible, so much that's not possible, so many ways that this can work out or not work out, like just probably being too much in your head as well. Maybe that's part of what's keeping you down, too much in your head, and you need to ground your energy. So try spending more time in nature. Try listen to more lower chakra binaural beats. That might help you. Let me see. And you, most of all, you need to take time for yourself to recover, because like you need that. This is a point where you need to like isolate yourself. At least it's where I would isolate myself, because for me, not just for me actually, for everyone, and like we said, we attract what we are. So if you're in this mood, you're gonna attract more people and circumstances of this vibe, and it's just going to perpetuate this vibe, and you don't want that. So what I personally do is I isolate myself and get myself rebalanced, and then I step back into the world and deal with everyone and everything, because it's the best way for making sure that we attract and we have more circumstances as are that is what we really want. Okay. And now, if you need support, don't be afraid to go to somebody for support. And speaking of which, I feel like from now on, I'm going to be doing, I don't offer personal readings right now. I will soon enough, and I'll let you guys know that. But since I'm doing these daily support readings, what I'm going to offer for now is that I can do a daily card pull for you, a personal one. So if on any day you feel bugged down and so on, and you want me to do a card pull for you, you can send a tip to my donation link, and then ask me, well, I shouldn't say ask a question. Basically, I will just pull a card, right? And I'll give you the message and advice for that moment, okay? Um, cools. Cools. Okay, so if you need me, just message me, right? You pay the tip, and I will pull a card and I'll tell you for that day what whatever will help you in that moment, because as much as it's just two cards, it's a lot of information for two cards. Watch how long this really is already, right? Okay, right. So next is the heart chakra. I think the stuff about like focuses on things that make you happy would support that greatly. But I'm hearing like a need to deal with inner demons, things that maybe you've neglected, things that you brushed to the side. These things matter, yo. Whatever we suppress tends to expand until it gets so much in some way that we just have to acknowledge it. And trust me, the longer you wait, the worse it gets. I'm not saying this to scare you, I'm saying this so that you know where to start off, so you know what you're dealing with, because I'm 100% sure anyone would rather know everything they need to know that would help them get out of a bad situation than to think that the situation is one way and then go dealing with yourself and life according to that, only to find out that it wasn't that way at all, and then probably leave you in a worse mess. Okay, it's not always fun to take things so headstrong, but at the end of the day, it's always the best way. As much as it can suck sometimes, but at the end of the day, just know that I'm here for you if you really need it. Okay, that's why I'm telling you this now. I was trying to say, I tell you at the end, my puppy is back. No more shoes, okay? I mean it. And she acts like she doesn't understand me, and she understands very well. Anyway, um, right. So pay attention to those. Right now is the time, and like I said, do it in a way that works for you, but pay attention to those inner demons. That's what I'm hearing for your heart chakra. Now for your throat chakra, I feel like you need to express yourself more, find some way, some outlet. It's not just, maybe you need to get a message out there, but I feel like it's more personal to you in terms of releasing energy that no longer serves you, in terms of I'm hearing like finding your voice and a need to come into yourself. And it's this, basically it's this vibe of sometimes we don't really understand what we really mean or how we really feel till we really get it out, and this process of getting out and finally saying it really puts things into perspective for what it is in a way that you didn't really realize until you said it, right? So you can talk to yourself, fuck what anyone sings, excuse my language, but if that's what helps you do it, don't care what anyone says. Talk to yourself, write it down, get a journal, get a book, find a close friend, somebody that you feel comfortable with. That's what feels best for you. Find some ways, outlets. It could be through dance, it could be through graphic design, arts, any kind of art form, something to put that energy out there, right? And pay attention to how you feel and how much it resonates for you, and take it for what it really is. Okay, don't be afraid of yourself, don't be afraid of what you see, because no matter what things look like, no matter what you are, at the end of the day, what matters most is your intention and your purity and your your drive to get to where you want to be with that purity. Okay, you can start from anywhere, it doesn't matter. Okay, now next is third eye chakra, the overthinking. Again, the swords, air energy, being too much in your mind and need to ground yourself. okay, of reality, and maybe even put a plan in place in terms of what you really want and start putting things into action. And that's the thing about air signs. I love y'all. I have a lot of air in my chart, especially on the surface part of my chart. And from my journey, it has been a lot of learning how to take those ideas, those thoughts and stuff, and start putting it into action. Being a bit more of an earth sign about things, basically. And maybe you can reach out to your earth sign friends or whoever you have, or anybody who provides that kind of practical, strategic um, vibe to you and guidance to you. I'm good with those things too, because like I said, I've had to deal with a lot of air energy and learn how to make that into a practical thing for myself, which is why personally I've developed into being so appreciative of the practical energy and really the practical aspect of an earth sign, and I've incorporated that through how I deal with things and people and so on. Because you know, we can dream all day, think all day, but at the end of the day, what gets us from really makes things happen is what you do, right? So I offer consultation services, so if you need somebody, again, check me out. Um, okay, and also like I've been making, I don't know if you know or noticed, but I make videos based on what people need too. So if you want me to make a video on anything, you can also ask me, and I have no problem doing that, so that yourself and anybody else who needs that information can have access to it whenever you guys need. Okay. Now, um, crown energy, realigning yourself to your higher self, your inner knowing, the divine, um, your connection to your angel, your spirit guides. Maybe you can focus on that, meditate on that, try to. Um, I'm feeling this need to realign and strengthen your connection to your spirit guides. There's something that I told my spirit guides. I told them that I wanted, and that really helped me. Yeah, so you can try this out too. You can ask them for more synchronistic signs that will let you know you're on the right path. The moment I did that, yo, shit got wild, and it's really nice because it's like literally if I have any kind of doubt, they will give me something synchronistic to that moment and show me, hey, no, you're on the right path. Like, no, you're doing the right thing. Like, as soon as I have the thought of, okay, what if I read something like that says literally the exact same thing I say in my mind at the same time, or I saw somewhere at the same time, or somebody next to me, like it's crazy, yo. So just ask them, communicate to them. You guys know how to do that. Tell them to show you more of those, and they really will. Okay, just spend time with them. Maybe you can create an altar to say thank you and so on. You can read up on altars and stuff, because there are different types of altars. There are those that are for just spiritual people, and then those for like witches, and there, like I said, there are all kinds of altars. Like even the Christian churches have altars, Chinese religions have altars, so there are different kinds. So read up on that. Don't forget to say thank you, because they're the real MVPs at the end of the day. Your team on the spiritual, on the other realm. Well, everyone who helps you really, but I know how much um the fact that they can see so much and they're guiding you, especially when you're feeling down. Just saying thank you is so important. Okay. I'm pretty sure in the same way that you would be appreciative or somebody said they're really grateful for anything you aided them with, right? Okay. So now right, we followed through with all, and then there, like I said, you need to do your inner digging and to make sense of how you feel in the situation for yourself. And I feel like this is all about whatever goals you want to achieve, whatever you're passionate about. I feel like you've already accomplished a lot, to be honest, but it's like, okay, what do we do next? How do we get to this point now that I'm focused on with what we have? And this feeling of like starting from ground zero with where you are at now, or whatever you're focusing on right now. And I'm feeling like you're too in your mind about it. You need to follow your heart, right? Follow your realign your sacral chakra, not sacral, sorry, your solar, well, all your chakras, but I'm feeling like this solar plexus part, that would really push you out of this place, maybe you need to realign that too to help clear things out. But like I said, okay, so your crystal card we have, it's Fluorite, and it deals with healing, protection, and cleansing. It focuses on all the crystals, okay? And your affirmation goes, I am part of a long and rich living history. Okay, Gemini? And I feel like this has to do with your abundance and your concern for um your stability in like this existence, like not just, you know, in this realm, not just like at this point in time, like long-term abundance, you know, making sure that okay, in the next how many days from now I will still have everything I need and want and I'm passionate about, including those things that I wanted to come to create. And what I'm saying, what I'm feeling is like this affirmation came to you to not just reaffirm that yes, you do have that, you can continue to have that, and you will continue to have that. But the important things to know is that it's not whatever you're concerned about regarding to that has the most important thing is your chakras, okay? And that's actually a really good thing. I feel like that's very, it's a very simple message, and I feel like for me, maybe you guys are feeling, because that's what I thought, right? Because I'm a Gemini moon, so I get it. And the concern that came to me is like, what, that's it, like that's all I have to fix. And like at least because of my earth sign placements, I have a tendency to like wish that I could do more, like there's more physical stuff that I can do to control the situation, make it in a way that would balance out and help control how I feel. But how we feel is not about the external world, it's about our internal world, right? Okay, so it's like this essence of like the answer being this simple, making it feel as if like, you know, is this really true, is this like a lie or something, is this really all that I have to do to like fix this situation? And it's like, yes, of course it is. Like, why are you spiritual then? Why are you here? You know, why do you believe what you believe? Why do you believe in chakras, crystals, the spiritual realm, and all those things? Because you know about how important the internal world is to having an proper external world and having that in check. And that just reemphasizes the fact that you do have everything you have, right? Don't you have things that can balance that? Because all we really need, if you don't have crystals, right, you have nature energy. If you don't have nature energy, like from like trees and stuff, you have sunlight. If you don't have sunlight, you have salt water, sea salt baths, sea salt soaks, salt water baths, or whatever. There's singing bowls, like there are all those things. I'm pretty sure there is something out there you can use to help yourself. Binaural beats, like, hi guys, sorry about that, my battery died and I got disconnected. Right, so binaural beats, let me see, there's, I think I said a bunch and then it cut off and I didn't even realize I said a bunch already. There's Qigong energy, I hope I said it right, Tai Chi, I feel like I said those already, but research and look into different ways to realign yourself energetically. There are so many ways. If you're here right now, that means you have access to YouTube, you have access to the internet, you can look for binaural beats online right now and find something that realigns you. So yeah, I know it seems a simple answer, but like I said, you know how this world works. It's energy, then the physical comes into being, and pretty much that is your answer. That is what you need right now. So focus on your energy, okay? I don't wanna come across harsh on any of you. I'm just trying to tackle the part of our mind that sometimes goes, what options do we have? Do we really have options? Does it really make sense? Why am I here? Am I even making the right decision? Am I being foolish? You know, and it's like, it's sometimes, it really is crazy how our mind can go in that direction when we're spiritual and we all know the answer is, it's spirit, right? The answer is spirit. As much as there are things, yes, sometimes we need to focus more physically, but the truth is that as long as you're doing the work on your spirit, then you're set physically. The physical is only a result of the spiritual. It cannot exist without the spiritual. Alright, so that is the number one thing. And like I said, it's good too that as much as it seems complicated and it seems you might feel like it's a lot right now and you don't really, some of you might not feel like there's a way out. This is the moment where the universe is telling you, hey, here is a simple way out of this feeling situation right now. Focus internally, focus on your energy, realign that, and that is going to open the doors. It's going to switch your vision and help you. It's going to help to reveal the answers that you're looking for. And like I said, work with your spirit guides and so on. Okay, Gemini. So don't fret, don't worry about it. You will be okay. Just make sure you're focusing and putting in the effort that way, and you will be good. All right. I know sometimes we don't feel like doing it, but we have to do what we need to do sometimes, right? Well, shouldn't be sometimes. You should always be doing what you need to do, but and they were human, and sometimes that doesn't always happen, right? Okay, so anything else I have for you guys? No, that's everything. If you need more information on anything, my services and so on, everything you need to know in terms of how to reach me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email is in the description box below, including whatever else I offer. I think I said that already. So excuse the little ramble with my puppy. Oh yeah. I do hope that it made you all feel better somehow. I don't know, I felt like the universe might have put that there to lighten up your mood or something. Oh, another thing I like to do is I like to YouTube like comedy, stand-up comedy. These are pretty awesome. Or like if you like anime, I'm into anime, so you can check that out. What's something that interests you? Because I don't know, it supports me sometimes when I feel down and so on, and I just want something else to change my focus on. It might help you guys out way too if you're into animation, right? Alright, so anything else? Okay, so just a reminder, remember your focus is on all your chakras. The crystal that you got is fluorite. Here it is, we need a reminder. Fluorite. If so, sorry, Fluorite. So if you can get your hands on something like that, that would be amazing for you. And know that everything that you're concerned about, the answer to that, the universe has already offered that to you. It has it there for you, right? But it wants you to realign yourself with it so that it can come into your reality. And that's pretty much the missing piece that you're looking for. Okay, so right, that's what we have for you today, Gemini. This feels like the video is a little bit on its side. Sorry. Right, because like it died and then I was like, oh my gosh, and then things just got out of place and stuff. So yeah, so I really hope this helps you guys. Okay, bye bye, and I love you guys.